Hi everyone, it's Lisa from Zaro Celebrations again. Tonight I wanted to talk with you a little bit about the do's and don'ts of being a guest in a photo booth. So I'm going to go over a few things with you, but I also wanted to remind you at the beginning of this video, Halloween coming up. I have one of our brand new boas from the Happy Boa Company, and I just love these. They are featherless boas, so they don't molt and make a mess everywhere at your favorite venue or your home. Oh my goodness, can you imagine feathers flying everywhere? But be sure, if you are going to have a photo booth for your Halloween extravaganza, that you book one soon. Halloween is a very popular time. People love to capture moments in photo booths, so get in touch with your favorite photo booth company near you. And of course, if you're in our area, in the Hudson Valley, Westchester, New York City, you're welcome to reach out to us. So the do's and don'ts of photo booth fun. First thing, let's start with the don'ts and get them out of the way. When a very recently married couple is at their wedding reception and they hop in the photo booth by themselves, don't crash their moment. This might be the only time that they're in the booth, just the two of them. So let them at least have one round of photos. Let's say it's a 3 or 4 photo film strip. Or a 4x6 postcard that they're making. Let them just have that moment before you crash and start photobombing them. I'm sure they're going to have plenty of time after that session to have everyone jump in with them. Same goes with Sweet 16s and mitzvahs and anniversary celebrations. Let the guest of honor have at least one session on their own, and maybe with immediate family. That's something that everyone might be gathered around for and watching, but it's a good idea to ask before jumping in so that they can have those couple of special moments that they've been craving to have in that photo booth. Let's see. Don't overcrowd the booth. So let's say you have at a wedding or high school reunion, you have 25 of your closest friends right there with you. Even in large open air photo booths, it's very hard to get everyone in the frame without someone getting hurt, having to climb on things, hang from the rafters, swing from the chandeliers. You just might have to break up into a few different groups. Be careful. Be conscious of other people. Don't lean on people or climb on them unless that's something you've planned ahead of time, but maybe don't risk the attendance life by having a huge pyramid piling up and having, 12 people in a pyramid, they fall over, knock the booth over, and the party's over. You know what I'm saying? So just be careful about overcrowd. If you do overcrowd the booth, more than likely you're not going to end up in the photo. You'll have too many faces that are trying to just fit in that one little DSLR lens, and not everybody's going to make it. So take turns, do different groups, and you all can have fun, and you can paste them all together digitally. Let's see. Don't throw, break, or steal props. Us photo booth owners try and keep the price down for you so that it's very reasonable. And we do invest in quality props here at Zaro Celebrations. So we do ask that when you are trading out props for the next shot, let's say you have 3 or 4 photos, don't throw your props on the floor or to the table or across the room, or just to fling them out of the way. Some of them are expensive, $15 or $20 a pop, and you multiply that by 50 props on the table or even 25 props on the table, you've got a pretty penny. So if we don't have to replace them, that's great. And please don't steal them. Even though you might be having a great time with a Batman sunstache, or you feel like the Joker or Superman or Harley Quinn and you just love it, ask us. Ask your photo booth attendant. Ask your photo booth owner, where can I get this? I love this. I want one for my kids. I want one for myself. I love cosplay. How can I get it? How can I order boas? I love these. Just ask. We're happy to share the information. I honestly don't mind at all. Neither does my husband. He'll direct you my way. I'll tell you where you can get your own. Okay, but that way we'll be ready for the next event. Okay, the more the props break, the less choices we have. Let's see. Make sure you don't hog the booth. Let's say you are a photo booth fanatic. I understand. It's part of the reason that Joe and I bought photo booths ourselves. We bought one, and then the next year we bought another one. Oh my bejesus. If you hug the photo booth, though, let's say you're the first in line, and you're like, oh, I want to take a picture by myself, and then I want one with my best friend, and then we want one with our college friends, etc. Space out the pictures if there's a line. If there's nobody else there, who cares? As long as the guest of honor isn't paying for every shot. We don't do that. We don't have people pay for every shot. We just have a one firm price, so that it doesn't affect them if you go in the booth multiple times. However, if there is a line, don't go in a gazillion times in a row. Take a little break, go hit the dance floor, go eat your dinner, have a glass of champagne, come on back with your friends, with your family, do another solo shot when the booth isn't so busy. Okay, don't leave speeches, first dances, etc. to come to the photo booth. More than likely, we won't be open anyway. In most cases, I would say 99 out of the last 100 photo booths we've done, the photo booth and software is turned off for a few minutes during first dances, speeches, candle lightings, at Sweet 16s or mitzvahs, the prayers, speeches, all of that. We won't have the photo booth on out of respect for the guests of honor. We want to make sure that the attention is on them. So please don't leave the party to come out into, even if we're in the hallway or in another room, don't come out during that time. Be respectful towards the hosts. We promise you there'll be plenty of time later for more photo booth fun. Don't let kids go it alone. Oh, this is one. So sometimes you're at a event and there's a lot of children there. Now, I'm not talking about the teenagers so much, as we all know that teenagers are a lot of fun and very enthusiastic about photo booths most of the time. Just like adults, everybody has their moments, right? But I'm talking about the little ones. So like 2, 3, 4, 5-year-olds coming to the booth on their own, 6 and 7-year-olds, it's a little ishy. Anyone under 12 with our booth, we ask that a parent or guardian be there with them. They don't have to be in the picture with them, but they need to be nearby, because those children are their responsibility. Your kids are your responsibility, and we want to make sure that they're safe and that they're respectful of others in the booth area as well. So make sure to keep an eye on your kids, especially those 12 and under. Oh, here's one. This happened recently. Oh my gosh, I couldn't believe it happened. Do not flash or expose someone else in the booth. Recently, I was at a wedding, and one of the couples was partying pretty hardy, and the not-so-gentleman decided he was going to move the dress off of the front of the female guest that he was dancing with and taking pictures with. It was not a good thing. He was actually flashing her breasts to the camera. She was inebriated, so she wasn't consenting, and it wasn't something that we were comfortable with. And I made sure to delete those photos afterwards. The bride and groom never saw them. But you may not have such a conscientious photo booth attendant or owner. They might just give the Dropbox link or some other link to the guests of honor after the party, and you might have hit the upload to Facebook or other social media button, and there you are, or the other person is, opening yourselves up and other people up to lawsuits over exposing body parts. Listen, there's stuff that's all unfun, and there's other stuff that is just out of line, and that's exposing body parts that shouldn't be exposed on camera for all to see on social media and in print. Okay, so be careful about that. Try not to look away unless that's a plan and that's part of it. If you're doing like a Charlie's Angels sort of pose, yes, you look away. But try not to get too distracted about what's going on. Focus on what's going on with the camera. Watch the countdown so you don't miss your shot. And that's just, a nice tip for during the moment, having that moment in front of the camera. Okay, for the best photos. Make sure you listen for that countdown or look for the countdown on the screen. We have a visual countdown, and usually myself or my husband will help count down. So if people don't see it, if they don't have their glasses on, it's all fuzzy, they'll actually know when the picture is coming up. Now, let's flip things around to the do. Okay, do be silly. Have a great time. Whoop it up. Grab your boas. Have fun with them. There's so many things you can do with boas. You can just fling them across your shoulder, hang them off your arms, right? I've seen people do things like this. Oh my gosh, I feel like Ronald McDonald now. It's a little crazy. Oh, now I look like I'm ready for winter, or am I the cowardly lion? Roar. Anywho, oh boy, these videos are getting a little super silly. Okay. So anyway, you get my point, right? Anybody remember Pippi Longstocking? All right, I digress. Let's see. Do go in more than one time. Before I said don't hug the booth, but if you love photo booths, go in more than once. Don't just go in by yourself or with your significant other or with a friend or two. Go back later. I bet the photo booth attendant will be so happy. I know I am, and Joe is, my husband. When the booth is in a lull, I can't wait for people to come back to the booth. If you love the booth, we love you, okay? We love to take pictures in the booth. Let's see. Bring friends. Absolutely love that. We'd love for you to listen to us when we say, okay, ready, 3, 2, 1, wait for the flash, or to give you some cues, or some ideas of what you can do, or for helping you swap out props in between. Don't forget to take your prints with you too. That's important. You may have digital images on your phone, but don't forget to stop by the printer to take your prints home with you as well. Have fun. Have a great time in the booth. Be silly. If you're in the booth, you can make all kinds of faces. We all know the duck face thing. But silly faces and crazy faces. But another thing you can do is leave the props on the table. Take a few elegant pictures. If you're not a friend or, if you're not part of the bridal party or not the guest of honor or immediate family, more than likely you're not in a formal photo. You can take that moment during one of your sessions to actually have a formal photo taken. That would be wonderful. So you can leave the props to the side, skip the boas, and just try for a nice photo that you can put up on your fridge or in a frame. And don't be afraid to ask the photo booth attendant for ideas on what you can do in the booth, and watch other people that go before you for some inspiration. So you're not just standing there every picture like this, right? Or, hi, oh, this is uncomfortable kind of thing. Take your time. Okay, you don't have to be the first in line, but do have fun. And if you are in this area, again, Halloween's coming up soon. We have the holiday parties are coming up as well. Lots of winter galas and things like that. Make sure to reach out and book your photo booth experiences early. To reach us, you can either comment below. You can go to our website, zarocelebrations.com, or just send us a message. Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We're going to have lots of updates coming soon. We'd love to hear your ideas as well, so feel free to comment below. And thank you again for tuning into our YouTube channel at Zaro Celebrations. Enjoy your weekend.